Everyone at work or something? Yes, man, like Benji. We saying, fam? Let me change that. Alright, so why does this always happen? Yo, Benji, where are you based, man? You from London? Or from somewhere else, up in the north or something? You from some shit place like Northampton or something like that? Middle of Ross Clark, nowhere. Oh, okay. Yeah. Salute to my London people then, get me? Trust me. Like certain people might live in London. Like I had a friend before, don't talk to him now, but I still stand by this to this day, and now even more. But back when I was living in London, I was like, blood, London's the best place to live. Mhm. I know people say, oh, you can't say that until you live in other parts of the UK. I don't give a shit. Like me personally, I don't even care about Britain or England or the UK. I just care about London. So he always used to say, London's boring, London's shit. If you think London's boring, you think London's shit, come to Northampton. That's it. That's it. I made a video going in on Northampton, and that video is doing the rounds as well. It's got like 1,400 views already. Like, and most of my videos that are the same age and even older haven't even got half that, even a quarter of those views. London is the place to be. There's so much opportunity. Obviously, right now you got COVID and all that bullshit, but before then, and in a few months' time, maybe 6 months' time, when the world goes back to normal, London is the place to be. in the UK. Wait. Where you trying to go, man? Where you trying to go? Or furthermore, what part of London you in? You north, south, east, or west? And then where you trying to go to as well? Yes, man, like those of David. Man, like those of David in the Ross Clark building. So just before you locked in those, I was saying that if anyone's complaining about London being shit, boy, you don't know what opportunities you lot are missing out on, boy. Like, trust me, compared to North London, Northampton, blah, yeah, there's nothing like individual areas in London. Like, I'm going to Edmonton after this live stream, so I'm not going to be live streaming for too long, maybe 2 hours or something like that. I'm going home. Edmonton and like individual areas in London on their own, yeah, they're shit. Yeah, Edmonton's dead. There ain't nothing going on in Edmonton, really. But the difference between London, a town in London, and Northampton itself, if you're in Edmonton, or if you're in Walthamstow, David, or if you're in fucking Catford or Clapham, bro, there's next areas just 5 minutes down the road. Yeah? If you're driving, or jump on the train, tube, go wherever you want. In Northampton, it's just Northampton. That's it. It's a big area, but the population is small. Put it this way. The population of Edmonton is about, I think when I checked on the census, is about 90,000, 100,000. Tottenham is a bit more. Collectively, 200,000. That's Edmonton and Tottenham together is a 4 postcode area. So 4 postcodes together sounds like a lot, but it's not that much. Northampton as an area is bigger than Tottenham and Edmonton joined together. It's probably double, triple the size. But guess how much the flipping the population is of Northampton? 200,000. How can one big town be the same as 2 small towns together in London? It's dead. There's nothing going on up here. Nothing going on. You lot don't. If you ever complain about London, don't. It's the best place on earth. Well, I'm assuming it's one of the best places on earth. Not that I've been to every place on earth, but trust me. Anyway, in the title, I think I said, was it? Oh, I wasn't able to save the fucking title actually, you know. Let me try and. Hopefully this works now. Right. So why people are set up to fail? I don't know. Can you guys see the title? Let me know if you can see the title. It should say 25th live stream. why people are set up to fail. Let me know if you can see that, because I'm trying to save it, but it's not working. So yeah, no, I can't see it. So anyway, the reason why most people fail in life is because in their mind they've already lost the battle. So I love watching boxing. I don't really give a fuck what's going on in the boxing world as of today. I don't business about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and all these man. I don't business about these new school boxers. I always like watching old school boxers. So Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Roberto Duran, Joe Frazier, them type of man there. And I was watching a few videos they call stare down videos. So you know when a man's squaring up to a man and they're getting ready to fight, they're in the ring, they're squaring up to each other and they're basically trying to psych man out, trying to basically intimidate man. And in one of the divisions, old school, these are old school man I'm talking about now, and like around the times of Ernie Shavers and Ron Lyle and George Foreman. Actually, to be fair, a bit more recent than them, man. You had four guys who were like the kings of one particular weight class. I can't remember what weight class it was, innit? But you had four guys. You had Sugar Ray Leonard, you had Robert Duran, you had Thomas Hearns, and you had, what's the other guy's name? Marvin Hagler. Those four, them man there were like the killers, yeah, of that weight class. So they were the best. Let's say one of the guys in the weight category, Robert Duran, he was Latino. The other three guys were black man. Anyway, this guy Robert Duran, he was known for knocking man out. They called him, was it Mono Sapio or something like that? Hands of stone. Apparently when he used to hit you, it was like he was getting hit with a piece of granite and stuff like that, like he was made of concrete. I was watching one fight where he was going to fight someone else that was on the same level as him called Thomas Hearns. And he's got in the ring now. And usually, apparently, my man, when he gets in the ring, he dances around in the ring. You know that man, dancing around in the ring, whatever, innit? When he came up against Thomas Hearns, he got in the ring and he sat down right in his corner. Now, prior to that, again, I was watching the stare downs where man's squaring up, and you saw them two staring down with each other. This isn't a separate video. So basically, I saw the stare down, and I was like, shit, that would have been a good fucking fight, because I know about Thomas Hearns, I know about Robert Duran. I want to see who won this fight. So when I saw the stare down, it looked like Robert Duran looked a bit scared. Yeah, he's looking up at him. It don't matter about height, but he looked like he was a bit scared. So anyway, I thought, let me go and watch the fight. So I watched the fight now. Boom. Robert Duran, usually in the ring, in the beginning, he's all dancing around, whatever. He went like that in this fight. He came into the ring, he sat down in his corner. And the commentator commented on it. So I was watching. Now, me, I like to study human behavior and I like to observe body language and stuff like that. So I'm watching now and I'm thinking, right, I don't know the outcome of this fight. I did see a couple knockout clips where Thomas Hearns has knocked him out, but that don't mean, or knocked him down, that don't mean that the fight, he's won the fight or whatever. It's just a clip that I've seen in it. So I'm like, all right, cool. It looks like he's going to lose his fight because he's gone into the ring without confidence. Right? And I think within the third round, Thomas Hearns knocked him out cold. He lost the fight before he even got in the fucking ring. The man lost the fight before he got in the ring. He was intimidated by this guy. In his brain, listen, we have demons in our mind. We have angels and demons on our shoulder. In the non-supernatural way, I'm just saying that so you lot can understand what I'm saying. And in our mind, we tell ourselves we're gonna fail this task. We're gonna fail in life. We're gonna fuck up this test. We're gonna fail. We're not gonna succeed. And that happens to every fighter, you know. When a fighter's thinking about the fight beforehand, when he gets in the ring, whilst he's in the ring. Before he got in the ring, as he got in the ring, and probably before he got in the ring, in the changing room, at home, months before, when he knew, okay, I'm gonna fight Thomas Hearns, he probably was scared. So when he got in the ring, he thought, so this guy's going to beat me. And that's why he knocked him out within the third round. At the end of the day, right, these four guys, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and Robert Duran, they're all at the same level. They're all the champions in this category. So really and truly, those their fight should have gone to at least maybe the 9th round or something like that, because they're at the same level. But Robert Duran was scared of him. So he already lost the fight before he even got in the ring. And that's why he got knocked out within the 3rd round. He mentally gave up before he even started. And I've been in the ring. I've been in the ring before. And I don't know anyone, like in Taekwondo, a lot of people in these small competitions that I used to go to, a lot of people are kind of like off the radar or whatever. So you might come across a man that you don't know. But it's not even got nothing to do with the person that you're fighting. It's like you doubting yourself. Like, oh, man, I ain't trained long enough. Or he's got a longer reach than me. Or he looks like he's quicker than me and stuff. That's how you end up losing fights. I've lost fights before because I've doubted myself, thinking like, fuck, man, like, did I put in enough work? You know what? I should have been going running 4 times a week instead of 2 times a week or 1 time a week. So now I don't think my stamina is going to hold up. That's how you end up losing fights. That's how I've lost fights. That's how many fighters have lost fights. Because they give up mentally. Same thing in the real world, in real life. A lot of people give up because they're told, oh, you're black, so you have to work twice as hard. Yeah, so you have to work. So first of all, you have to work twice as hard for half the result. You are like Robert Duran. You already gave up. Instead, you should be thinking to yourself, you know, fuck the odds. Yeah, this guy probably is technically a little bit better than me, but I can still overcome that. Yeah, maybe there are things in place to stop black people from achieving as easy. But you know what? It's been done before. It's going to keep happening. Yeah, and people are going to keep succeeding. Fuck it. I'll be successful. I don't give a fuck about what the odds are or anything like that. And I've beaten people in Taekwondo who, on paper, they're technically better than me. Like, I've got training partners in Taekwondo from different clubs that I train with. This guy here is technically better than me. Like when we spar in class, it kind of leans towards him a little bit. I'll say, yeah, he kind of beats me on a couple points when we spar in the ring in class when it's not serious. But when it's serious, I've beaten him twice or I think 3 times in the ring in an official competition. You know why? Because I said to myself, you know what? Technically, he is better than me. That's cool. But I'm willing to work harder than him. That's why I won that. That's why I won those 2 fights consecutively, back to back. Every time I bucked my man in the ring, I've beaten him. My training partners, because obviously I train with clubs and stuff, and I know different people all around different clubs in London. They've been on the sideline, and I know they thought my man's going to beat me. And people have come up to me and said, you know what? I thought he was going to beat you, you know, and it's cool. I don't take no offense to it because technically he's a better fighter on paper, but some men they doubt themselves. As I said, I've doubted myself before in the ring. Certain men, they doubt themselves and they let the fear consume them. Like, you know what? Yeah, although I'm technically better than him, he's a bit more rougher than me, and they let that get to them and they end up losing the fight. Life on the path to success is like a boxing match. You always got to stay confident, always believe in yourself. You cannot doubt yourself for 1 minute. It's just life is a long-term thing. You know, it's not you know, a one fight and then it's over. No, this is this is a long-term thing. Bin, never heard of you before. And Tanya Cray Philly. What? Let me try and save this thing. Honestly, this won't be a long live stream because I'm going back to Edmonton soon. So yeah, it's still not a thing because I'm trying to put the number in the thing. But yeah, if anyone wanted to call out, let me know on it. Yeah, phone up if you want, man. And this is why certain men don't get anywhere with girls. There's certain man, they think because they're 5'9" or they're under 6 foot, they feel like, oh, no girls are gonna like me. Blood, bare girls. Listen, bro, you're not 4 foot, you know. Man, stop believing all that bullshit about, oh, you need to be 6'3" and shit. Listen, girls don't know what the fuck they want. Girls do not know what the fuck they want. Sometimes, yeah, they do. Sometimes there are some girls out there that'll be like, no, Jay's 5'9". Jay is too short for me. I'm not interested. And there's some girls that will just reject me just like that, or give me air, whatever. And there's some girls that'll think, you know what, I don't even like guys who are under 6 foot, but you know what, I'll give him a chance. Do you know why? Because he's confident. You see, Nadia's in the stream now. When I first spoke to Nadia, she was like, like I told her, I'm 5'9". She's like, you know, that's a bit short or whatever. And eventually, when we started speaking again, she came down to London and we met up. Now, in my mind, if I doubted myself, I would have been like, you know what? She doesn't really like guys who are short, you know, so or 5'9". So, boy, like, I don't really stand a chance. I'm not too sure if I stand a chance or not, you know, like. What if she don't like me? Like maybe I need to buy some Gucci or to overcompensate or some bullshit like that. Listen, you see when I met Nadia, when I met her at the bottom of her hotel, she came out, I looked at her and I said, come, let's go. No hug or nothing like that. Certain man there will try to get all touchy-feely to try and build up a rapport. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing nothing out of the ordinary. I'm not even, furthermore, I'm not even thinking, I'm 5'9". I'm not what she wanted. Although she knew, okay, yeah, I'm 5'9". I'm not really what she wanted. I didn't give a fuck. Took her to Tinseltown across the road, just a little walk down the road. I'm not trying to touch her on the date. I'm not trying to ask her, what guys do you like? I didn't give a fuck. I'll be me. Be me. This is why a lot of men who may not be the greatest looking, or a lot of men may not be the tallest guys, or may not have the most money, they fail with women because they doubt themselves. Just like the boxers. Yeah. Certain girls as well. Certain girls, they will poke at your, well, they'll try and, how to call it, they'll try and weed out the insecure guys from the not insecure guys. They'll try and weed out the insecure guys from the strong ones. Yeah? So, for example, imagine if Nadia wanted to doubt my confidence or test my confidence. Although we had the conversation before and she was like, you're 5'9", kind of thing. While she's on the date, while she's drinking a milkshake, she could have been like, yeah, the last few guys that I've dated, they've all been over 6 foot, you know. That really and truly, most guys I date, they're over 6 foot. I always like a guy who's tall. I just like a guy that I can look up to rather than a guy that I can look at eye level. Shit like that. Girls will do them little, maybe it might not be that blatant, but girls will do little subtle things. I like to just, when I'm walking beside a guy, I like to be at shoulder, I like my head to be on his shoulder, or some bullshit like that, poking at insecurities. Certain man could be on a date with a girl and she'll be talking about them things. Say, I like guys who are 6'3" and stuff. A man will probably flat out ask her, you know, so does this mean that this is going to be the last date? Some bullshit like that. Always got to remain confident. Don't matter if the odds are stacked up against you. You have to have that mentality of like a fighter. You just don't give a fuck. Whatever happens, I want to give it my best shot. This is why people, it's not even just black people in general, they fail because they doubt themselves. They think the odds are stacked up against them and they don't make no effort. Man are going for job interviews thinking that because they're black, they're already at a deficit. Well, of course, you're going to perform badly at the job interview if you think you're at a deficit because you're black. If you went in there with a mindset like, I've got this, you'll get the job or pass the test or whatever. On the other hand, sometimes complacency and, well, definitely complacency and I wouldn't say being overconfident, but not analyzing the situation and not preparing for a situation or taking things lightly can have an adverse effect on you. For example, we saw that fight where a man didn't prepare for the fight and he got smacked up by a smaller guy. Yeah, in boxing, we all know. Oh, look how short, white, Mexican or Italian boy. I'll punch him up. Well, he punched you up. This is what happens when you get too complacent. It's happened to me before. Same thing, same competition, taekwondo. I beat my training partner for the second time, who on paper is technically better than me. I beat him. The next person I knew I was going to fight, my friend couldn't watch my fight because he had to go. He said, don't worry, Jay, you got this. There's me thinking, yeah, whatever, innit? The guy ended up beating me. Just by a couple of points, but he still beat me. It shouldn't even have got to a couple of points. It shouldn't even been 1 point. It should have been like, I beat him 5 points or whatever. Complacency. Yeah. Those are them. Yeah. Those are David knows. Trust me, fam. Trust me. You go on. You meet a girl. Like the number one thing with women, right, is confidence. I'm telling you, confidence. No woman wants to be with a guy who doesn't believe in himself, who hasn't got that strength. Confidence is all about strength. Yeah, and strength is all about confidence. They go hand in hand. See, look, so Nadia was like, so Nadia said, oh, I was like, why isn't he telling me I look nice? Now, when she was going out on dates with other guys and that, they're probably doubting themselves. Oh, I need to tell her she looks nice. So she, I need to compliment her, innit? Fuck that bullshit. I ain't complimenting no one. You compliment me. I've had it. Drawing gal, and I'm talking to the girl, and she's like, what happened? I remember I was talking to one girl before. I'm standing up outside her car, and she was like, oh, she just got out of a relationship with her boyfriend or whatever, innit? And then she said to me, oh, but you're cute though. That didn't say, yeah, thank you. Like it's like, yeah. Sometimes you have to be a bit cocky, a bit arrogant. Not too cocky, not too arrogant, because then you get your ass beat up in a boxing match or whatever. But sometimes you got, you got to know. Like me, as I said in the last live stream before, like I love myself. Like I don't understand how people can look in the mirror and hate themselves or think they look ugly. Yeah, I can look in the mirror and say, okay, yeah, I look rough. Oh God, for me, I don't like moustaches, innit? I hate it. I look rough. Or, my head's looking a bit whatever. But I don't look in the mirror and think I'm ugly. No. I don't look in the mirror and think I look ugly. Yeah, I look in the mirror and I was like, fuck, man, I need to shave off the moustache, I need to line up my hair, I need to get skin fade, whatever. I look rough, but I don't feel ugly and I don't look ugly. So when a girl tells me, oh, you look cute. Yeah, you're cute, yeah. What else could it be? Yeah, what else could it be? If you didn't think that, there must be something wrong with you, literally. Like I said in the live stream the other day, when I walk out on the road, I expect girls to be rushing me. And when it don't happen, I'm like, why the fuck? See, like Nadia, she was like, oh, I was like, why isn't he telling me I look nice? When I walk down the road, I expect girls to be rushing me, Literally. Like some people look, that's arrogant, that's cocky, whatever. You're better off having that mentality than feeling low like a piece of shit. I'm telling you, no girl wants a guy who feels low, feels like a piece of shit. That is so unattractive. Confidence is everything. Confidence, even in a job interview, you go in there with that confidence. You might not even, like there's some people, they got the gift of the gab, and there's some people, they ain't even qualified to do the job like that, but they've been able to just waffle their way through and that. You know why? Because them people there is confident. They probably are good at the job, but because some people, like for example, you got electricians who, they know all the whole shebang about being an electrician, but they ain't qualified like that on paper. But some man can go into the interview and be like, listen, I don't have the qualifications, blah, 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 blah. But next thing you know, they're on a construction site or whatever, or they're employed. You know why? Because they're confident. You go in a job interview, even if you got the qualifications, if you're like, yeah, like that, yeah, your shoulders are fucking above your ears, yeah. You go in there low confident, but that, they don't give a fuck, bro. Eh? They don't give a fuck what qualifications you got. You probably ain't gonna be good at the job because if you was good at the job, you'll be experienced. Experience comes with confidence. Confidence comes with experience as well. It goes hand in hand. Yeah. That man, what I'm Mr. Quincy. It's my fellow Edmontonian. Like you said, nothing wrong with being arrogant as long as you can back it up. Yeah. You know that story I was talking about in the last live stream with Icarus or whatever, flying too low or flying too high. Be the guy that flies too high. If you have to pick one of the two out of the two, fly too high. Don't ever fly too low. Don't ever fly too low. I'd rather fly too high than fly too low any day. Yeah. So a man said going to the gym builds confidence. Yeah. Like a lot of guys think the girls are, don't get twisted, girls are attracted to muscles. But man, then right now, how many times have any of you lot been to the gym? Even if it's only happened, like, even if you've been to the gym once in the last 10 years, right? When you was at the gym and you started to put on muscle, didn't you feel a certain way? Didn't you even start to walk a certain way? Just take your mind back to that time when you went to the gym and you were starting to see results. You were starting to see your chest was getting a bit broader. Your biceps were starting to get a bit bigger. Didn't you feel better? Didn't you even walk a different way? Now, I see, I've got two sides to me. I've got like hood dress and I've got that smart type of dress. One day, if I've gone somewhere and I've dressed like that, I'll do a live stream and show you lot. I'm not just gonna put on the clothes just to do a live stream, but I might show you lot a picture or something like that on because I'm on StreamYard at the moment. When I use the other software, I can upload pictures. That's what I'll probably do. When I wear my smart clothes, like I feel like the Black James Bond. Yeah? When you wear certain clothes, right, you even walk a certain way. Literally, you walk a certain way. Especially if I'm wearing my shoes, because I'm a man. I wear shoes if I go out. I wear proper shoes, not fucking like not them because I got Ralph Lauren, them kind of smart casual trainer shoes. No, I got proper shoes, like businessman shoes and stuff like that. When I go out every fucking now and then, and I'm looking sharp, I even walk a certain way. Like me, my confidence is up here already. But then when I'm looking a certain way and I'm looking sharp, like I got a shirt on, double cuff shirt with fucking cufflinks, and the confidence, it just turns into sheer arrogance. Literally, sheer arrogance. Sheer arrogance. Yes, man, like Tonio. Again, the thing with the cars as well. Man, them think, oh, you know, the girls like the car. And obviously some girls do like the car, but I'm telling you, if I started driving like a Mercedes C63 and it was wrapped in rose gold chrome, like me, I can't be I couldn't be any more confident than I am already. For me, if I was driving that car with the rose gold chrome wrap, blood, it would just turn into sheer arrogance. You know what? I wouldn't even approach girls. I would be that arrogant, I wouldn't even approach girls. Literally. Or for example, if I won £1 million, a certain man will be like, you know, if you earn more money, if you come into money, then you become more confident. Not me. My confidence is at its peak. It can only turn into arrogance. Literally. All these things. Being successful, driving nice car, wearing nice clothes is all to boost your confidence. That's all it's about. The clothes, the car, the money don't get the girl. It's the confidence that gets the girl. Because there are men who are broke or men who look broke that still get girl. Nice girl. Nice girls. When I was on road, when I was 18, but I used to... See, this is how you know I've come so far. Fuck being from a poor family and that. But I used to be on job seekers allowance, you know, when I was 18. Me, job seekers allowance, JSA, gyro. Every fortnight, £110. Wait till 10 a.m. for the money to drop in the account. I was on job seekers allowance and I was still getting girls on job seekers allowance. Confidence. Confidence. Yes, Tam, well, go on. But yeah, man like Tony, oh man, I'm good. I'm good still. Telling you, body language is, reading it, like they say, the eyes are the gateway to the soul or whatever. Body language is like the gateway to how the brain's thinking. I don't even know how to fucking put it in words, but basically, your body language shows how you're thinking at that time, how you feel about yourself, everything, everything. Obviously, there's some people that fake like confidence and stuff. There's some people that fake confidence in that, but more time, if someone walks and looks confident, they are confident. Why are they confident? Probably because they got something good about them. There's no way, right? You could have all this going for you. There's no way you could have a nice car, you look good, like clothing wise, and you got a good looking face, man or woman, whatever. You got a nice house, whatever. How can you not be confident? You know what there probably is. There probably is there's some people they have such low self-esteem. They could have all of that and still feel like a piece of shit. Right? But I ain't no one on this live stream. There ain't no one on this live stream. Telling you, like, if I was driving like if I was driving like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, oh my God, that arrogance. I would be so arrogant. Like now, when I walk down the road, I don't even look at people or nothing like that anyway. But like if I'm driving my car, I won't even look at you. Literally, I don't want you. Like I'm not looking for validation. I'm not looking at you. I don't want to validate you. I don't want you to have made eye contact with someone that's in a Lamborghini. Like, you see what I mean? That kind of chat there, like that's just how arrogant the swag would be, just off the fucking scale. I'm telling you, telling you, telling you. Swag is basically confidence. That's it. And what I say about swag has got nothing to do with what clothing you've got or whatever. That's why in prison, everyone is wearing the same fucking clothes in prison. Depending on where you go, you might be in ISIS where you wear a grey sweatshirt, like a grey sweater and grey tracksuit bottoms, and like a burgundy kind of purpley t-shirt underneath. Or no, is that fucking Feltham? I can't remember. In Feltham, I think it's a green t-shirt with the same grey top and grey bottoms, and in ISIS is a purple with the grey top and grey bottoms. One of the two. Everyone's wearing the same clothes, but some people get bullied and others don't. Do you know why people get bullied? Because people observe people's body language and they know this person is an easy target because of body language. Body language, they're an easy target because they know, like, there's certain people, remember, like, bro, man, them in jail like the fucking wolves, yeah? Man are hungry. Man are looking to take over and ransack your canteen sheet. What do you mean? Man are looking for targets. A certain man walk in there, they just, they're at their depth. Like, they weren't even like that on road. Them man, they're the first man to get victimized. But don't get it twisted. Certain man, they walk around because they feel like they're going to deflect. They're going to avoid trouble. No. You become a target as well. So there's a fine line between the two. See? So she's like, oh, when I drive a sports car, the minute I'm in the car, I have a different level of confidence because I know everyone's watching. See what I mean? You know what I mean? But really and truly, though, you shouldn't need to have money and nice clothes and stuff to feel confident. But like, not that the average person not gonna be like me, like could just not have nothing and still be confident or whatever. But if that's what makes you confident, then get it. Just try and avoid relying on it though. Because again, if that's what you're relying on to build your confidence, for one, if you lose it, you're gonna lose your confidence. And this and see what I mean? This is why a lot of men lose their girl as well. Because everyone thinks, oh, a guy could be living a life. He could have a missus. He falls on hard times and his missus leaves him. Oh, she's a gold digger. No, no, no. She's not a gold digger. You see, when I see like celebrities and stuff like that, and people that I know, and I hear stories and I hear about the girl leaving the guy. For me, I don't even need to know the specific reason why this girl left the guy. I just know 90% of the time, a woman has left the guy because she's lost attraction for him. And why has she lost attraction for him? Because he's lost confidence. He's acted weak. This is a serious thing. As man, forget about the women. As men, we have to maintain our confidence and strength at all times. That girl has not left that guy because he's lost all of his money. A byproduct of him losing his money is he's lost his confidence. That's what she's left. She ain't left the money. You're rich once, you become rich again. Obviously, don't get it twisted though. If you lose everything and you're on your mum's sofa for the next 2 years, then yeah, cool. But you can lose your job or whatever and your girl stick around. Guys, I have not worked since February. My girl's still around. I have not worked since February. Do you know why? Because I've maintained my confidence. If I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. what? Calling her every day, just bullshit. Gone. Telling you, any when I hear stories and stuff like that about celebrities losing their girls and stuff like that, I'm telling you, it's because the guy has displayed some kind of weakness. Girls will test man, tell a man, I'm gonna break up with you and find someone else. Well, you go then. What are you waiting for? Go. It's fine. Done on business. Mm. She can go off and chat to other men. That's cool. But you better come back quick before someone takes your spot like that. Yeah. You both are on a break or whatever. You're worried about who she's meeting. No, she better be worried about who I might meet. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man can keep their confidence at all times. Mm. Like I always say, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot do us no harm. We are our own worst enemy. That's it. That's it, man. Give up. Us as people, we give up too easily. Don't get twisted though. You're gonna hit points in your life where things are slow, things might go downhill. Just remember, it can only get better. It will be better. One day, it will be better. One day, it will be better. Your circumstances now is not going to be your circumstances in 5, 10, 15, 20 years' time. Unless you're locked up in prison for the rest of your life, then yeah, that's your fucking circumstances. But why are you locked up in prison for the rest of your life? Because you probably done some mad crime or something like that. How many people here have been in a shit position before, years ago, and they came out of it? Some people right now might be in a shit position. It's all right. Stay confident, be willing to work hard, and you will get out of it. What fails people is people, like I made that video talking about the politics and that. This is why people don't get nowhere in life, because this is why I don't care about who's prime minister of the UK or whatever bullshit. Because, bro, listen, none of these people are going to change my life. None of these people are going to change my life. Let me just check who. Right, I'm just going to do a little check to see the prime ministers or past prime ministers of the UK. I want to know what year these people are reigning. All right, so in 2011, so basically David Cameron was the prime minister from 2010 to 2016. In 2011, that's all the trouble. That's when my life was at the. What I got on, Mr. Xavier, in 2011, that's when I got in all kinds of trouble. Getting mashed up on the road, mashing up man on the road, going to jail, getting stabbed. Yeah, that's when I get in all the trouble. Years later, I'm buying a property and stuff like that with the same prime minister in power. Ain't no prime minister, ain't no president of the United States gonna change your life. You gotta change your life. When David Cameron was in power, everything was the same, right? He set the standard, yeah? But my life was going up and down. My life was like the Richter scale. My life was in turmoil. The only thing that changed was me. Ain't no politics or laws that have been passed. Me, I changed my life. Because I ain't interested in voting. What the fuck's that got to do with me? Again, like I said in that video, yeah, they might help you out a little bit, little advantage here, little disadvantage here and there, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not gonna fucking change. Oh, yeah. So yeah, nothing lasts forever. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't fucking hang yourself as well. You know what I mean? Gal fucking go and commit suicide and that. If she just had waited about 4 weeks or something like that, the whole country, the whole world went into turmoil. No one would have gave a fuck about what this celebrity is doing or what that celebrity is doing. No one would have gave a damn. Everyone was too worried about buying fucking toilet paper and pasta and buying up all the hand sanitizer and flour. No one would give a fuck about this celebrity, that celebrity. No. But she has short-term thinking. Even if you hit a low point in your life and people are laughing at you, people are embarrassed, you're embarrassed or whatever. People, you have to know one thing about human beings, right? We tend to move on from things really quickly in terms of the latest news and that. Yeah? A man could drop a song today. Next month, the song's old. Next song. Yeah, I want to hear that song by Lil Baby because Kodak Black song's dead now. It's old. It's a month old and that. People move on from things very, very, very quickly. If I was ever when I'm in the limelight and shit, and you know, if something bad happens, or whatever, and I was thinking, well, boy, it's embarrassing for now, but people go and forget. People always forget. Well, people not necessarily forget. People will move on. People move on from shit. If the girl only ever If the girl only just waited, you know. I know, man. I went to a funeral the other day. I slightly interrupted because I weren't on the program, and I went up on stage to give a few words, and I'm saying stuff, but that's not really what I'm thinking because obviously I have to be diplomatic. I have to be respectful and stuff. Even if I like someone, even if I know someone, you know me, I'll still give it to them raw. But I really, what I wanted to say was, you know, this is quite selfish that, you know, someone's having issues and they decide to take their life. And now we're all summoned here. Apparently, it's supposed to only be 30 people in the church or something. You know, black people, we've been, there's like 50 of us. You've summoned all 50 people here because you wanted to take your life. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, man like Brandon, unstoppable force. Well, go on, fam. Yeah, yeah. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, Bill Clinton. Trust me, I did not have sexual. Yeah, I heard about that still. Well, I see the thing. No one gives a fuck. Old news. That's a man. That's a man say I look Japanese, you know. Japanese, you know. Trust me, you want to see some of my other family members. Fucking hell. Proper Chinese looking, you know. And it's quite funny. Like, I get my eyes from my mum's side, but my mum, she just looks black. Like, she's not dark skin, she's light skin, but she just looks black. Like, she has black people eyes and that. Whereas me, I've got like the more smaller eyes and that. I think it might be the moustache, maybe. Yeah, then maybe. Do you know what? I think I should travel some more. In a few years' time, I probably will hit up a few spots. I need to go to somewhere in China, maybe Hong Kong or something. No, not Hong Kong. That's a separate place. But maybe Shanghai in China. Definitely need to go to Japan. I definitely need to go to America. To be fair, I have to check to see if I can go to America because of my record and stuff. But I haven't done no mad crime, so I don't think I will be barred from America. I would need to visit America one time, see what all the fucking hype's about. Like America's the best place to be. Don't get it twisted, America is a good place to be. You know what I mean? There's lots of opportunity in that. But I think, and this is why the whole fucking world cares about what's going on in America. Listen, you see the whole world, right? They got like a sheep mentality. The whole world, they just follow what America's doing. Yeah, whatever America's on, that's what I'm on. Like you can't piss without thinking about what's going on in America. You can't even think. You can't even do nothing without thinking, oh, what's going on in America. That's why the whole world cares. England were the worst as well. England, we look at America like, oh, they're the superiors. All hell America. You think Americans will be talking about Boris Johnson being in power? If you done a poll on the street, went to fucking Times Square or some bullshit like that, and randomly surveyed the first 100 people you see in America, ask them, who's the Prime Minister of the UK at the moment? They'll tell you fucking Tony Blair. They don't know nothing about the UK. They don't give a fuck about the UK. That's our problem. We worship, well, not me, but certain people just worship Americans. Like they set the tone, they set the standard. We must follow behind them. Nah, I know it's true. A man got killed by the police. Whether it was lawfully, unlawfully, it don't matter. The London riots, that kicked off. A man got licked down at Tottenham Hill. Yeah, people in the UK were rioting. No one in America was rioting. I guarantee you, people in America probably didn't even hear about the story. But a man got murdered in America, and the whole world, well, at least the Western world, wants to start rioting and protesting because a man in America died. The guy that got killed in Tottenham, you think anyone in America knows his name? No one knows his name. But yet still, we're protesting, we're rioting in a different land to where a man has been murdered. If you want to talk about it, whatever, people are getting on their knees for something that's happened in another country. I don't recall hearing Americans giving a moment of silence on November the 11th at 11 a.m. In 2 days' time, what day is it today? Monday. On Wednesday, in 2 days' time, at 11 a.m., no one in America is going to be given a moment of silence for nothing. Oh, yeah, but that's British history, Jay. Yeah, exactly, British history. So why are we fucking worried about what's going on in America? Yeah, if everyone is just focused on their own history and what's going on in their present time, why the fuck do we care what's going on in America? They don't give a fuck about us. All Americans care about is the Queen. They like the Queen for some reason, probably because obviously it's like royalty and stuff like that. They care about the Queen and they find our accents funny. That's it. Other than that, they don't give a fuck about us. I don't recall or hearing no Americans saying, I really want to go to the UK. Americans are here probably for work. But no one in America is like, yeah, man, I really need to go and actually, they might want to come visit London and stuff because their impression of London is everyone is posh. They still think that there's red phone boxes in London. They think everyone walks around with umbrellas and shit and speaks the Queen's English. No. So yeah, they want to come to London and stuff like that. But other than that, they don't give a fuck about us. No Americans want to move over here and set up base. But we want to go out there. Foolishness. Hey, what? Are the airports locked off? Yeah. That's fucking mad. How can Americans think that Europe is a country? Telling you, us Brits, we could tell you lot. We could just fling down all the different states and the hotspots in America. Do you think anyone in America knows about any hotspots in the UK? I guarantee you, them Americans probably think the only place that's in the UK is London and the rest is just a barren wasteland or countryside. That's it. They don't know. You think they've heard of Northampton or Milton Keynes? They may have heard of Manchester or Birmingham. I'll give you that. Maybe. But other than that, they don't know nothing. See what I mean? Now, to be fair, they might teach British history in schools in the UK, but I doubt it. I don't know. Yeah, man. Just the people there need to stop worshipping what's going on in not even just America, other countries. Focus on your blood clot self. Yeah, it was a mad time, man. I've never been glued to my TV set so much. Telling you, it wouldn't matter how many they, unless they done something mad like lined up 100 black people and killed them or something like that on the street. That's what it would have to be for people in America to be rioting or protesting. And even then, I swear they wouldn't do nothing. They would talk about it. It's easy to talk, obviously. They'll talk about it, but other than that, they are not protesting for nothing that's going on in flipping England. They don't give a fuck about us. Like the British, like, oh yeah, America is our cousin. No, little pitney nephew. That's what they look down on us. The inferior state, and they're speaking our language. I think America's like, bro, you need to get a range, man. You think your life's gonna be any different once you go to America? You got another thing coming, man. Like I said before, I got a family member who's gone to America, come back within a year. No plan, nothing. Literally, she said, "Yeah, I'll figure it out." And that stems from people not having nothing going on in their life. Because if the same individual got a job promotion for £150,000, they started driving one of the latest Mercedes, they were getting married, planning to have a baby, they would keep their ass put in England. But because nothing's going on, they decide to leave. Changing country is not going to solve your problems. You are the problem. The reflection in the mirror is the issue, not where you are. Unless you're in the middle of nowhere, that's different. If there's no opportunities, find somewhere where there's opportunities. But in London, there's enough opportunities. But you think you've got people from eastern parts of Europe coming over here. Yeah? You got fucking man who are hiding underneath lorries and stuff, I heard a story where a man, a white Englishman, was in his back garden, probably reading the Sun newspaper. Bam! Dead man flew out of the fucking sky, hit the concrete and cracked the concrete. What happened was some African, he must have climbed inside the aeroplane. And somehow he fell from the aeroplane. Obviously, the airplanes are so high up, he froze in midair, right? Because it's so cold. Remember, down on the surface, like, on the ground, it might be 10 degrees, 15 degrees, whatever, innit? Up, sir, where the clouds are, it's fucking like -10 or whatever, innit? -20, because obviously the sun heats the ground and stuff. So anyway, my man's froze in the air, bam. I was talking about this with my mum when I was last at my yard, and I was like, Mum, just imagine, right, what it would be like to just be chilling, reading the newspaper or something, and bam, a dead body lands. He must have had a heart attack. He must have jumped out his ass like skin. These are the things that people are doing to come to London, or at least the UK. I'm assuming the guy would have found himself in London somewhere. You want to complain about being in London? Well, trust me, fam. Trust me, fam. You want to complain about being in London? There's just opportunities out here. Opportunities out here. Saying people think that their life is bad, their life is shit. We got it easy. We got it easy over here. Certain man, they play Call of Duty. Certain man play all these war games and Battlefield and that. Yeah, you blow up one building, you blow up this, you shoot man down, whatever, innit? You lose or whatever, you turn the PlayStation off. Certain man can't even turn the PlayStation off. Cause they ain't got no memory card, so they have to leave the thing running. If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. Certain man had to do that back in the day when they PlayStation 2 and that. There's some people that live like that. There's many people that live like that in the in the Middle East. They live amongst the wreckage. They live in a war zone. Throughout the day, pew, 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 pew. You're just hearing bullets fly through the magazines. Trust me, man. Our life. Oh, I don't know if he ended up in London. I don't know where it was, but. No, I'm not talking about myself though, but I remember when I used to go to school, certain man are like, boy, that GTA Vice City is still running, you know. It's all like, I don't know, 2 p.m. or something. And he's like, boy, I hope my mum don't go in my room and find the PlayStation because she's going to turn it off. Yeah, certain man couldn't afford a memory card. Certain man had to leave the PlayStation 2 on. Yes, man, like Justin Wagwan, fam. But yeah, man, things is easy in this country. I was watching some film with my mum. You know, like one of them Netflix exclusive films. Some shit film. But anyway, it's supposed to be like some kind of horror film. These African people fled. They were asylum seekers from Sudan or South Sudan. But anyway, they're next to each other. I thought they were Kenyan, but anyway. So the asylum seekers from South Sudan and Sudan. They came over to England and they were actually supposedly based in London. This place, I was trying to work out where this was in London. It looked like it was maybe Custom House or somewhere like that. But anyway, based in London. So anyway, they're in this house. This house was fucked. It needed a fucking renovation. Like, I used to work for Homes to Haringey, and we used to go and take over certain houses that needed a full refurbishment, and they put them in there and said, boy, deal with it, kind of thing. And I said to my mum, you see how they're like, how the circumstances are in the house, like how the house is, well, I didn't swear, but yeah, it's fucked. You know, for them, that's good living, you know. For them, it's good living. Blah, you see like some of these places, Brazil, them man, they live in a basically like, you know, like a market stall with the pieces of metal holding up the tent thing. They live like that, basically. They basically live like that. Certain parts of Brazil, certain parts of fucking Africa. Things is easy over here. If you're not making nothing of yourself, boy, I'm telling you, you're wasting your opportunity. Eastern parts of Europe. Man, I didn't know certain parts of Eastern Europe were as bad as they were or are, or at least were at some point, until I met some older man, certain older man that I had working on my team when I was a supervisor. Boy, certain parts of Eastern Europe is like white man's Africa, you know, literally. During the communism time, blah, I had 2 men on my team, two older men, nice guys, one Bulgarian man and one Ukrainian man. Them man are big man, 55, pushing 60. And I like to talk to older men, because them, especially them man, they're from a different place as well. So I like to, you know, and them man are telling me, boy, during the communism, it was fucked. They were sitting down eating lunch, and they were saying that there was no eating meat. It was like, you see, like your generation, whatever, you lot go KFC and stuff. KFC, Pizza Hut, there was none of that. Forget about that. It was a luxury to eat meat. There was no chicken every other day. There weren't even chicken every other day. There was no chicken for dinner, nothing like that. The man them told me, and they're both from 2 different countries, one from Bulgaria, one from Ukraine. They can verify the same story. They only had meat a couple of times a year. And it weren't no proper meat as well. It weren't a piece of beef. The man, a treat was sausages. They have sausages, pork sausages, 2 or 3 times a year. Christmas, and Easter. Sausages. So certain people watching this right now would never even go near a fucking sausage. Let alone that's a treat. Let alone eating a Mom, listen, there'll be a fight between me and my mum if my mum ever tried to give me sausages for Christmas dinner. Like, yeah, Christmas breakfast, that's all right. Yeah, sausages, Christmas, that's all right. You know what I mean? But not for Christmas dinner. No way. No way. Imagine that. Imagine sausages is a treat for Christmas dinner. That's Christmas breakfast. Yeah, but man, I'm Jamaican, so my Christmas breakfast goes a bit like this. So fried dumpling, bit of plantain, sausages, baked beans. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's what I can usually remember my mum makes. And then obviously Christmas dinner, we have the normal stuff, the roast. Yeah, so we have the turkey, obviously beef and lamb and pork. And obviously we have to come with the Jamaican shit. So we might have jerk pork, curry goat, obviously ackee and saltfish and that. But yeah, that's our Jamaican. Our obviously a bit maybe some jerk chicken. Never know. That's our Christmas dinner. But yeah, things. Listen, we ain't the only ones who's. Yeah, you think things is bad, but it's worse elsewhere. You know, worse. How can sausages? How can meat be a treat? I'm not saying that because it rhymes too. How can that be a luxury to eat sausages 2 times a year? Don't get it twisted though. I don't know if I've released this video yet, but I was saying that back in the day, like the youths now, well, I don't know, maybe because I was from a poor family, but the youths now, like, yeah, their parents are going to buy them KFC and McDonald's and stuff after school. Me, McDonald's. Like certain kids live in a house now, they just get McDonald's on a Friday night. There was no McDonald's on a Friday night. No McDonald's on a Friday night. You must be mad. And it's not like there weren't a McDonald's in my area. There's always, since I've been around, there's always been a McDonald's in Edmonton. But we didn't have McDonald's money to be going McDonald's, yeah? So yeah, there was a McDonald's that was accessible, but we didn't have the funds for it like that. It was only a little one bus ride down the road, 10 minutes, no traffic, to Angel Edmond. But we can afford to be eating McDonald's on a Friday night. You mad? Tin, blood. Don't get me started on tins. You know, blood. Corned beef, blood. You got food in tins that have 1,000,000 years shelf life. That's proper broke people food, poor people food. Don't get it twisted. I've got some tins of fucking spicy tomato mackerel. That's on standby mode, just in case I can't be bothered, or because obviously when I go to my mum's yard, when I come back, there's no food to eat like that because anything that's in the fridge would have gone off because I go away for about 3 or 4 days. So I don't leave any food in my fridge. But I always got in my freezer, I've got a couple boxes of lasagna, like the frozen lasagna. Obviously, that's why it's in the freezer, and a few tins of mackerel in case I get back late or I haven't eaten before, so I could just throw something in. Poor people food, rough people food. I watched some program. I can't remember. It was called Straight Out of Posh School. Straight Out of Posh School or something like that. Posh, white, middle class girls from the countryside live in a big house with no neighbors, no fucking barking dogs, nothing. Just they got horses, proper posh white girls, not from Chelsea. I mean, they're from the countryside. They made them live in Peckham for 2 weeks or something like that, and they were living at someone's house, whatever, in it, and they were going in the cupboard, and they were like, "Why is there food in tins?" I was like, what do you mean, why is there food in tins? Why is there not food in tins? What do you mean, why is there food in tins? That's normal. Normal. So, you know, some people live a life of luxury, you know, what, fresh food. Man, telling you, corned beef, blood. Corned beef. Now, corned beef is broke man's food though. Fucking hell. I don't think it was called Rich Kids Go Skin, but remember, like that idea is not unique where they'll take rich kids and make them live poor. So a lot of different programs would have had different variations and stuff, but this one was about posh white girls going to Peckham. They made them live in Peckham. They probably was said, oh, maybe Peckham's the worst place in the UK, so yeah, make the girls go to Peckham or whatever and live there. They don't even know what slang is. They went to the shops at night time in Peckham, on Peckham High Street, whatever. One guy's come up on a bicycle and said, oh, I will beat that. The producer, the camera person, whatever, said, did you hear what the guy said? She's like, oh, what? He's like, oh, he said he will beat that. She's like, what does that mean? He wants to have sex with you, basically. They don't even know slang, man. That's how good their life is. They don't even know what I'll beat means. Literally, that's what he said, you know. They don't even know. See, I've heard bully beef, but I didn't know that's what corned beef is called. But yeah, I mean, life is good for some people, man. You might want to complain about. Nah, back in a minute. Oh my days! What do you mean you have to? Girl, I was googling what man say, you know. But yeah, any of you lot watching now ain't probably only been whoever's been in there for like 20 minutes or something like that. I started off by talking about the reason why people fail is because they feel like they're going to fail. They feel like the odds are stacked up against them. And I was basically comparing it to when boxers enter the ring and they feel like they've really lost the fight before the first punch has been thrown. And boxing coaches or any kind of martial art coach or whatever will tell you most fights are one loss before the man them even step in the ring, because it's the mind. You're a black person or any race, if you feel like because you're a certain color skin or whatever, you are going to have it tougher or you are likely to fail, you've already failed. You've already failed. I mean, if you look around and you say, okay, well, yeah, maybe it's a bit tougher because I'm black, but I'll still make it. That's fine. You can think like that. You can think, oh, you know, yeah, he's going to be a little bit tougher for me, maybe because I'm black. But your mentality should still be, fuck it, I'm still going to make the effort. I'm still going to succeed no matter what happens, no matter if I, you know, become stuck at certain situations, no matter if my life goes downhill at certain points. One day I'll be on top. The flame inside will never go out. Yeah? No matter if it's dark. Now, how people can feel like because they look a certain way, they no, your future, fate is not set. I don't believe in fate. You control your own destiny. No government, no police, no white people. You control your fate. That's why I said, fuck all this voting shit. You vote if you want, but the reason why people want to vote for these people is because they thought, oh yeah, if this person gets into power, then they're gonna make my life so much better. No, the only person who's gonna make your life better is you. The only person who made my life better is me. Because when my life was in turmoil and I was getting stabbed and fighting, man, and going in jail and losing jobs and all this, David Cameron was in power. He remained the same. His policies and all that nonsense, they all remained the same. The only thing that was changing was me. None to do. You think if I know about any man's policies, and I don't give a fuck, man. I control my destiny. You control your destiny. No government, nobody. You. Oh, okay. Yeah. You enter a race and you feel like, oh, Tyson Gay or Justin Gatlin, they're faster than me. Well, of course, them man, they're going to beat you in the race. Of course, they're going to beat you. Of course, you're not going to run faster than them. Because you already lost that race. It's all in the mind, man. I'm telling you. All in the mind, man. I've seen on the internet, if you fear losing your girl, she will leave you. Yeah. Do you know why? Because you're losing confidence. You're saying to yourself, she might leave me for someone else. Don't get it twisted though. Yeah, a girl could. I mean, like, there's a difference between being naive to think, oh, my girl will never leave me. But me, I think, well, boy, you can go off if you want. Let me know if you can find better than me. You can go, mate. You can go. But that's why certain men lose their girl because they're paranoid that their girl is talking to other man or seeing other man. And then that paranoia turns into weakness, calling the girl all the time, who are you with, and all this bullshit. That turns the girl off. And then, you know what, she probably thinks, so you know what? Fuck it, let me go and find someone else. Let me find a real man with strength and man that's confident. I mean, she finds that, she's found a guy who is more of a challenge, who's interesting because he's new, rather than your boring, predictable man with a scarce mind. Why she want to fuck with you? Which, you know, girls always like a little challenge, and every little kid likes a new toy and shit like that. But she don't want to play with the old toy if the old toy is boring. But yeah, feel free to call up if you want to call up. I'm not going to be on this live stream too much longer. Half an hour. I round it off at 2 hours. I'm going back home now, so just for your information, this is not my home. This is just my house. Yeah, Edmonton's my home. Yeah. Trust me, fam. Can make things easier or harder, but ultimately it's down to you, down to us. I mean, this is not the 50s. This is not the 60s, where it's like blatant racism. No blacks, no Irish, no dog. That's what they used to have at the pubs, you know. No blacks, no Irish, no dogs. I don't know when it was specifically, but I know that was a real thing. Maybe in the early 70s, late 60s and stuff. Blatant racism. But it's not like that now, man. Oh shit, I missed this comment, you know. What do I think about the Caribbean African beef? Um, don't really know what he's referencing to. Maybe probably that little squabbling that we used to do in school. It's just foolishness, isn't it? Like when I was in school, we used to diss Africans. Africans used to diss us, innit? Like I used to get quite serious, quite heated, you know. Like uh, Africans used to try to send for us, and they would say something like, "Oh, you lot, you lot got captured because you know you lot were the slow runners and that." And we would say something like, you know, they the white people them left all the shit behind, basically. Am I talking about what the correct thing, like them little joke beef or whatever, where man are dissing man because man are African and that. Trust me, fam. We're all the same, fam. Blood, man done the DNA test, blood. I'm like 40% Nigerian and 15% Benin and Togo, but Benin and Togo, they got Yoruba, I think, which is like Nigerian tribe. So yeah. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So yeah, man, they used to diss us, we used to diss them in it, but really and truly, we're all the fucking same. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, a white man not gonna differentiate me from a fucking African. And plenty of time I get mistaken for being African anyway. So what's the fucking difference? All the same. Well, literally, like if you was to mix an African with a Caribbean, their kid, you wouldn't even be able to determine whether that kid's African or Caribbean. Plenty of men I know who are half African, half Caribbean. You can't really put your finger on it whether they're half African or Caribbean. You don't even know. Some people obviously lean to one side though. Like I remember I met some girl the other day at my friend's house. She was half Nigerian, half Jamaican. This girl looked straight aft off, boy. Straight after. Because she asked me, "Oh, where are you from?" She thought I was from Trinidad or somewhere. I'm like, what? That's a disrespect, you know, but I'm like, but I'm Jamaican, fam. Yeah. But like with the slavery thing, you know, one thing that gets on my nerves is a lot of black people talk about, oh, you know, white people came over and take us, but they don't mention the part where black people enslaved and captured their own. Yeah, white people came over and took some, the majority, whatever. But don't forget to mention the part where black people enslaved their own. Because I'm telling you right now, if the white people then came over and they got a hell of a fight from black people, they would have went somewhere else and pick on weaker people. But they probably came over and said, look, oh, we can trade you guns for people. So you can have a one up. We can have a one up on the other tribes. And with this gun, you can even capture them and then you can get more guns. It's a win-win. So then what they do is they just go and enslave the other Africans. The reason why there's so many Africans were captured, a lot of them was because the Africans enslaved other tribes. Yeah, for true. Like, if you saw a white person on TV, you don't know if that person's a white British person or a white American. Like, without them speaking, you can't really tell. Ah, was this the podcast? Like, it's a new podcast, and basically, he's sitting next to our next guy, one tall guy. Um, the fuck's the name of it? I can't remember. Certain man, their mind has not grown. Like, yeah, never forget that you was on the road. Never forget where you come from. But certain man, their mind is still on the road. Certain man never grow out of it. Like, once a road man, always a road man. But just try and be a legit road man. You can still have a road man. When I say mentality, like, you know, you can still have that energy about you and stuff. Just don't do no crime. Just don't do no crime. So man, they just don't grow out of it. Yeah. Was it Black History's been diluted, you know? Yeah, so yeah, be streetwise and that, but certain man, they just don't grow out of it. Yeah. I heard about that still. Yeah, man. But this is what happens, isn't it? Like when you're still on the road, man. But yeah, I like Young Spray. I like Young Spray. I still listen to his music now. Still listen to his music now. I remember I see him one time in one gym in Enfield called it's a Muscle Limit or Muscle Base, one of the two. This is when I just came out of jail actually as well. This was years ago. This was 2011, early September. But yeah, man, you have to grow out of them things there, man. That's why there's certain man they go to prison, they come out and they go straight back because their mind has not changed. They're still on the same shit. Don't get it twisted. When I came out of jail, I was still on the same nonsense as well. It just I kind of I got a job and stuff, so I was removed away from that. Yeah, so I didn't have time for no foolishness. But man, for make that change, and you have to change the mindset, man. Bear man checking in and out of prison like it's a fucking hotel, literally in and out, in and out. Like I say all the time, man, them on the way. I'm back. I'm back. The same man, they got bare friends in jail. These when I say friends in jail, these are not men that they know from the roads. These are men that they met in jail. Certain man, when they get nicked and that, when they go into jail, they will request to go back to certain prisons because they know a whole lot of man them in the jail. Because there's certain man, right? Certain man doing 10-year stretches. There's certain individuals who have gone in and come out several times throughout this one particular person's 10-year stretch. Certain man just take the thing for a joke. Certain man, they come out on license, and certain man, they can't keep out of that. Certain man, they're bound to go back to jail, in and out, in and out. I've got family members like that, in and out, in and out. In and out of jail, man. Or two, 3 times in a year. All right, it's little things. A month here, a month there, but you shouldn't even be in positions to be getting nicked a couple times a year. And come on, man. Me, I haven't been slapped in handcuffs since 2012, And that's only because I got into a fight when I was with one of my ex-girlfriends. 2012, I think April or something like that. Boom, 8 years ago, you know, that was the last time I've been arrested. 8 years ago. Obviously, since then I've been stopped by the police, but I ain't doing nothing wrong or nothing like I might be like a little motorbike, a man riding like a jackass or something. But anyway, I ain't been doing no crime or nothing like that for the police to be trying to set pace on man and arrest man or whatever. No, no. 8 years, you know, nothing, fam. And again, the only reason why I was arrested because I got into a fight. So it wasn't like I was actively out there looking for trouble or anything like that. Certain man can't even go a couple of months without getting nicked because they're selling drugs and all that drug selling and all that. But it's just laziness, man. Laziness. Man, them can't be bothered to get a job. Man, them can't be bothered to study for 3 years. And then get maybe some kind of internship or apprenticeship or whatever. Laziness. What happens is they leave it for so long. This is what happens to certain men. Certain men are 20 years old or whatever, and they can't be bothered. They're like, oh, what's the point of getting a job? What's the point of getting an apprenticeship? Or what's the point of going to uni or whatever, innit? So they try all these little idiot things in the meantime. Every little thing. There's certain man out here, certain black man, you lot might know these men right now. They work for everyone. They work for BT, they work for Virgin Media, they work for Sky. All these little idiot jobs where you 4 months training and then bam. But you don't learn any viable skills. The skills you learn, you don't learn any skills anyway, but whatever you learn is not really transferable to our next place. And they will do this driving job, working for Amazon, lorry driving and all these little, instead of just fucking applying themselves, get a fucking trade or go to university, get an education, learn something, and then think about starting their own business once they get comfortable or whatever, once they know the field that they're in. But certain man, they'll do that nonsense, jumping from job to job to job. Just like the man them that you know who were in college, they studied business, then they done carpentry for a few months, then they tried the maths thing. They're just jumping around. Me, I just done one course, that was it. Electrical, that was it. Just move in one direction. And so certain man, 20 years old, they just, and even when they're doing the little idiot jobs and that, they're doing little fraud here and there, they're on a run, you know what I mean? They're just doing little idiot business, little weed thing here and there, little, yeah, maybe shot a little 1-2 bag of coke here and there, or yeah, their cousins put them on a little 419 or whatever. Yeah, little card scam here and there. Instead, blood, just go and get an apprenticeship, study for 4 or 5 years, blood, get yourself on a fucking construction site earning £250 a day. You're nice, blood. I'm telling you, most man would not be on road doing what they're doing if they could earn £250 a day on a construction site. Most men would not be doing the foolishness. And if they were, they wouldn't even be pursuing it like that. They'd just be doing a little here and there, whatever, and they'll probably just give up on that. But they'll have their main job. And the worst thing is as well, everyone can get on to being an electrician, mechanic, plumber, carpenter, plasterer. Everyone can do it as well. So it's not like it's only accessible for certain men. It's accessible for everyone. As I said already, you don't even need a fucking brain like that to get onto an electrical course. You don't even need GCSEs. You can start at level 1. I started at level 2 because I had more than 5 GCSEs, A star to C. Well, it was just 5 Cs, but yeah, you need at least 5 Cs to get onto the electrical course to do level 2. You can start at level 1. So there's just no excuse. It's not that hard to be an electrician or a mechanic or a plumber. It's not hard. All these jobs that you see, like kitchen fitter and tiler and that, blood, you can do it yourself, you know, really and truly. There's certain nations out here, it's just shamed upon to be an electrician, shamed upon to be a carpenter or a mechanic and that. A lot of them Eastern Europeans, them Polish people, blood, a lot of them people are fucking smart and like, I even had a man on my team before, a Ukrainian man. He said to me, if someone told him in 20 years' time you'll be an electrical tester, he would say, you're joking. because he is from the Ukraine and he used to engineer rockets or something like that. And he said, like, if anyone told him that he would be an electrical tester, you'd say you're joking. Because in certain parts of Eastern Europe, blah, them lot are like seriously highly educated. Like everyone's got a degree. That's like GCSEs, literally. Like them Polish people in there, and then it's like we got the wrong impression about Polish people in this country. That all they do is work on construction sites. No, no, trust me, some of them people there is fucking. Obviously, in all nations you're gonna have intelligent people, but them Polish people and that, them people there is fucking smart. People are smart. So like to get jobs like being an electrician and that, you know, certain nations they frown upon them types of jobs and that. It's really and truly, it's a handyman job, you know, running a couple wires here and there and installing a light, changing taps, putting tiles on the floor, making sure they're level. Handyman jobs, really and truly. Really and truly. A man can't even be bothered to do that and get paid £250 for it. And then you got man them out here demonizing buying a property. You know, there's man that I know, man that I talk to, man that I know, man that I see trying to come for me on Instagram because I talk about investing in property. You know why these people want to try come for man and demonize buying a property? Because they know they're not going to buy no property themselves. Literally. Some people, you talk to them about property, they're like, why you want to buy a property for, man? And like, nah, man, I don't think they'll come up with all the reasons why it's not a good idea to buy a property. You know why? Because they know they're not in no spaces to buy a property. They don't see themselves in any space to save up 30 grand and buy a property. Because the moment them man, they come into money, and gyal as well, don't get it twisted, the moment they come into money, they're gonna be blown on some stuff that they don't fucking need. They don't need. Gucci belt. No, that. Don't get twisted. Man for splash out and, you know, every now and then. Every now and then. Once every 10 years, it's all right. Buy a Gucci belt once every 10 years, that's all right. But not every fucking payday. All right. Right, so let me see this comment. So, Jay, do you respect someone who lets a real G on the road, e.g., knife guy or shooter, but won't straight? I don't understand. Jay, do you respect someone who lets a real G on the road, e.g., knife guy or shooter, but won't have straight at them type of guys? Don't really scare me. I don't really. You know what? I remember this person before, you know. I can never read your fucking comments properly. I'm sure this person was talking on a couple live streams ago, talking about people trying to screw them and trying to intimidate them or whatever, innit? The man said the OnlyFans subscription, you know. Yeah, my brother. Just try and retype that comment there, please. But yeah, I'll be off in like 15 minutes anyway, so. For real, fam, listen, like, at the end of the day, right, there's only going to be a few select people who are actually going to take on what I say. So for the most part, I'm just going to be beating a dead horse. Like, for the most part, it's just going to go in one ear and out the other. And anyone who talks about becoming the best version of themselves and whatever in it, yeah, the people that they're talking to, for the most part, in one ear and out the other one. people like Steve Harvey. Like for me, Steve Harvey is the greatest motivational speaker ever, but he's the worst person to go to advice for dating and stuff like that, right? But anyway, he'll be in the crowd talking to people, like, because he has his own TV, internet, YouTube program thing. I don't know. Anyway, boom, he will be preaching to people and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, yeah. But as soon as they leave the studio set, they're going back to their bullshit life and they ain't making no changes. They understand what he's saying, but I'd rather buy that Gucci belt. Or I'm a black man or I'm a black woman, so you know I'm at a deficit. I can't achieve. So it just goes in one ear and out the other. Literally, man. The man said, think, yeah. Oh, listen, blood, I'm telling you right now, yeah, I'll probably show you a video or something like that. I left a statement on a video on one of them social media pages about, I said, invest in a property. My goodness me. Ask Nadia. When I showed her the comments, they came for me on this thing. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I just said on this thing, invest in a property. All these people, they came over, you know. Wow, I never got so much fucking attention for 4 words, you know. 4 blood clot words. I said, invest in a property under one video in the comments on Instagram. They were like, you're stupid right now. You know the stupid emoji, like, man's holding his face. Everyone came for me on there. They're like, you should delete your what? Some girl was like, you should delete your Instagram, or you should. Oh, that was one of the ones. So yeah, someone did say. A couple people said delete your Instagram, or put your Instagram on private for a little while. A couple of people were like, remove the Y's from your name and shit like that. And the funniest thing is I know 90% of the 40 people have no property. I will put down and say at least 36, which is 90% of 40, 36 out of these 40 people that came for me have no property. Ain't that a coincidence? These people were proper coming at me like, because it was something to do with investing in GRM Daily. And everyone's a know-it-all. Yeah, you could have made this, this person, if they invested in GRM Daily, this person could have made this amount of money or whatever in it. Blood, there isn't one way to be successful, because some guy basically came on Instagram or made a video and said the worst decision he made was not investing in GRM Daily. And I'm just thinking to myself, see, this is the mentality, like, yeah, maybe you should have invested in GRM Daily, but if you're truly going to be successful, okay, yeah, you messed up on that little one thing. You didn't invest when you should have, maybe, because someone, quote unquote, talked him out of it. But that's another topic I'll touch on in a minute. You missed out on this opportunity, but if you're truly going to be successful, there isn't just one opportunity for you out there. And furthermore, you're going to make opportunities for yourself as well. But this is the mentality of the people them nowadays. And this will forever be the mentality of a lot of people. Man just want to jump onto what's hot, what's popping. Because man don't want to put in the work. No one wants to build something from the fucking ground. Everyone just wants to jump. It's like leeches. Man want to jump on certain things and that, just to, yeah, this is popping. Jump on this. I'll invest $1,000 here. Hopefully I'll make 50 bags out of it. Man are on a quick buck. That's why you ain't successful. That's why you let someone talk you out of it as well. Lazy. So anyway, the guy was talking about, my friend talked me out of investing in GRM Daily. Blood, you talk yourself out of it. You don't try and pass the buck and try to blame your friend. Be a man about it. No one talks you out of doing nothing. You're a grown-ass man. You had doubts in your mind and your friend reaffirmed them. That's what it was. You had doubts in your mind. You didn't want to invest in this business. You was feeling a bit 50-50 and your friend said, blood, come on, like, where's this thing really going to go? Fuck it, yeah, bun it. That's what happened. Your friend talked you out of it. You know? I'm sure that same friend couldn't talk him out of picking up a fucking lottery winnings though, innit? Yeah, blood, listen, them man there came for me. So yeah, the video was about the man moaning about he didn't invest in GRM Daily and now he's worth $11 million or whatever in it. And under the comment section, I think I was like the first person to comment. I just said what I thought. I didn't even like think anyone would even pay attention to this statement. I literally just said what I thought. I just wrote down in the comment section, invest in a property. My goodness me, I've never had so many notifications on my Instagram ever in my life. I only got like 91 followers or something like that. I've never had so many notifications. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like basically, like, yeah, they were trying to like bully me online. I'm like, bro, I wasn't even, the thing is, sorry guys. Hello? Hello? What's it about? What's it about? No, I'm good, I'm good. Online training. What the fuck, man? But anyway, can't remember what I was saying. So I must have just wrote down invest in the property. I just said what I thought. My goodness me, my thing was popping. Like, yeah, they were like trying to bully me, like cyberspace bully. I'm like, fuck, did these not know who they're talking to? I didn't even fire back at them. There were some people who were coming at me in a logical way. Like, why would you say that? And yeah, of course I'm gonna explain myself, cool. But there were some people that were just trying to diss me and dumb wise and all them type of stuff like that. I didn't even respond to that. I'm not into it. I'm not internet gangster. I'm not going back and forth with a man. But if a man wants to bring a logical conversation to me and say, look, I think one man was like, I'm an estate agent, and I will still say invest in GRM Daily over a property and that. That's cool. I had a conversation going back to back with him. Can't really remember what we used. But anyway, that's cool. You want to bring something logical to me, that's cool. But man, who's trying to diss me, trying to cyberspace bully me, fam, forget that, fam. I ain't getting involved in that, fam. I was too experienced on the road back in the day to be getting involved in this cyberspace beef. Anyone want to try to diss me on YouTube or anything like that, that's fine. I'm not going back and forth. There's plenty of subscribers who they watch my videos and they try to diss me, and I don't even, I just can't even, I ain't got the time to respond, literally. Just ain't got the time to respond. Ain't got the time to respond. Like there's some people, like they leave like these little comments, like it's a little dig here and there, and I just think to myself, just grow up, man, come on. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So, sorry, Jay, my screen is finished basically. I'm trying to talk about guys that want to punch up these knives and straps that don't make them tough and rise. Yeah, you damn right. Me, you see, when I was on road, yeah, and I'm not trying to glorify the roads, I'm not trying to be like certain man on podcast, but when I was on road, I was known for fisting man up. That's it. I was not into no knife thing or gun thing or nothing like that. Fist man up. That's why I will never back down from a fight or nothing like that because I've always been used to using my hands. It's got nothing to do with being a black belt or nothing like that, but I've always been the man. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather lose a fight than have a man disrespect me. Like, all these men that, like, this certain man, oh yeah, knife ting, gun ting and all that. Bro, that's not saving you in jail, you know. That's not saving you in jail. This certain man, they might have been bad with it on the street, but when they go to jail, they get bullied because, bro, well, there are knives in jail actually, but there ain't no gun in jail, and you ain't with your man them like that in jail. More time when you go in jail, you're going one up. You're going one up when you go to jail. Unless you're from one of them ends where everyone's in jail. Unless you're a Brixton man or a Peckham man where everyone's in jail. You go in jail, you're going one up. You better be on fisting man up. You'll be a victim. Because again, if you go to jail, like I said earlier in the live stream, it's all about body language, it's all about confidence. Your body language basically displays how you think. If you go to jail and you think to yourself, I hope no one tries me, boy, you're fucked. You're fucked. When I was in jail, bring it. Bring it. That don't mean I'm gonna go and start trouble. Well, I did start trouble, but that was with someone anyway. But bring it. Anyone test me, I don't give a fuck. Because when I was on the street, I was used to fisting man up. Don't get it, I didn't win every fight. I didn't win every fight. But when I was on the street, I was used to fisting man up. I never want to be carrying gun and knife, none of that. Don't get it twisted. I've carried a knife before, but no, I've never been one like, oh, there's certain man, they can't walk, they can't leave their yard. This is why I don't rate man them on road, you know. There's man that I know who thought they were bad on road when I was on road. You would never catch them on their ones. You see me, lone wolf, black. Every day, bro, I was on my own. Like, even if I'm in certain areas I'm not supposed to be, I'll be on my own. No knife, no gun, nothing, fam. Not even a glass bottle more time. Nothing, fam. Certain man, they can't even walk down the road. They either with one of their man them or they with a dog. You would never catch certain man even going to the shop on their own. Because they're shook. Most men on the road are pussy, I'm telling you. And you find out that they are pussy when they're in jail. Because bare man go to jail and that. And bro, people think, oh, like, you're not going to know if you're a pussy and that and unless you go to jail for a couple of years. But you can find, you find out certain men are pussy in jail from the first week and the first couple of days. Yeah. Some man go to jail, some man get bullied. They just don't say nothing, but it usually comes out anyway. If you're someone on road and you're getting bullied in jail, the roads are gonna know about it. The roads are gonna know about it. Everyone, remember, jail's a small community. Everyone knows everyone. Some man get bullied in jail. Some man, their canteen sheet has been controlled by someone else. Literally. But they don't talk about those times. They'll just tell you about how they were dripping on road and all this bullshit. Like, yeah, so like, see, like Nadia's like, some people like to play tough and that. I'm mean to myself, like, I don't want to promote no violence and nothing like that, but like, I don't give a fuck, yeah? These people would not be talking like that to my face. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. But I know I ain't one of them guys to be firing back, so I just don't even say nothing to them and I just leave it. I'm not getting into no arguments or no beef with a man. No. Like there's certain man on road back in the day. So there's certain man, yeah, like I remember one time we went out, yeah, on a local night mission. This was back in the day when man was doing the wrong thing. And a man has phoned one of my people, oh, why you man coming to the ends for and shit? Like, bro, how do you even have your pagans fucking phone numbers, blood? Is this a game, blood? You think back in the day I had any of my enemies' numbers or anything like that? Like it's some game. I ain't chatting to you. Got your number for? What got your number for? Man, I let my fist speak. That's the only thing I'll be talking. Yeah. No. See, so he ain't got no GCSEs. That's cool, whatever in it. Yeah. Level 1 is 1 year. Level 2 is 1 year. Level 3 is a third year. So each year is basically each level's a year. So level 1's 1 year. Level 2 is another year. Level 3 is the third year. If you're doing an apprenticeship, they might make you do 4 years, but you hope to strive to try and get an apprenticeship during that time as well. So try and get an apprenticeship as soon as. Now I'm going to make a video. I'll try and release it as soon as I can. I've already started making it anyway, getting the material together, how to find an apprenticeship. Like literally, I've listed the businesses and stuff like that and how to get an apprenticeship and that. So look out for that video. It'll be up within the next month. Yeah? So I'd say mid-December, I should release the video about how to find an apprenticeship. I'm telling you right now, yeah. You see, like you might go to somewhere like I don't know where you lot are from in it, but like we have areas like Enfield on the outskirts of London, right? It's still London, but yeah, outskirts. And like there'll be like a white guy that lives in a semi-detached house in Enfield, and he's doing all right. Bro, you check this guy's resume, bro. This guy ain't got no fucking GCSEs. He's one of them white boys that's throwing papers in the back of the class. Yet still, he's got a semi-detached house that's worth 600 grand in Enfield. But this shit is easy, fam. Just apply yourself. For real. Yeah. Do your GCSEs too. Last comments, because I'm gonna be busting out in a minute, yeah. So last comments and I'll be out. But yeah, that confidence. Yeah, that's true though. That's true. That's true. That's true. When I was doing my level 2, level 3, it's mandatory that you do English and maths as well. So yeah, it's not a GCSE, but they make sure that your maths is on point or whatever, innit? Similarly, when I was at uni, when I was doing the electronic engineering course, the HNC, I had certain modules that were maths. It weren't mathematics influenced by electronic theories and principles. No, it was literally like being in a maths class. Higher maths, additional higher maths, all these stuff. Yeah. So that's the thing there that they would teach you in college. Maths and English functional skills. But when I was at uni doing HNC, we would have maths or mathematics, higher mathematics, and additional or whatever in it. And it literally was a mathematics class, not electronic principles, ohms, nothing like that. No, just it was strictly a maths class. That's it. But yeah, I'm going in a minute. Just gonna load up my suitcase and get on the road, go back home. I mean, be taking out my bike tomorrow as well. Man planned the thing nicely. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna go to Edmonton today because the weather is kind of shit. The road is wet, and I don't ride my bike when the road is wet. So tomorrow, the sun's supposed to be out. Now the road could still be a bit wet, could be moist, but it more than likely has got a higher chance of it not raining. I mean, higher chance of the road being dry tomorrow. So yeah. So basically, the University of Derby had a campus in Notting Hill called the London College. So when you get a degree, it doesn't say the London College. It says Derby University. I think they class it as a polytechnic college, whatever the fuck that means. When with that polytechnic college, right? It's weird because it's not a college because you can't go straight from school straight to this place. You can't go straight from GCSEs to this place. You need to have either an A level or an NVQ. You can't be 16. You need to have a college, like you need to have like A2 level. So like A levels, or you need to have an NVQ to go to this college. So it's like almost between college and uni. This is quite a strange one. Quite a strange one. But yeah, I think they call it polytechnic or something like that. But yeah, when you get your degree, you what do you call it? When you get your degree, it says University of Derby. So it's some place in Notting Hill called the London College. It's no longer there now. They moved it to Hounslow anyway. But that's where I started. What do you call it? That's how I started the vending machine business there. Anyway, I'm off. Stay wise.